Hi, Rebels! Welcome to Dial a Rebel, where we answer big questions. I'm Chelsea, and today we're getting creative. We're talking with the author of The Secret Society of Rebel Girls books. Her name is Marti Dumas, and she's here to answer questions about being a writer and turning an idea into a story. Marti Dumas is a writer, a former teacher, an expert in childhood literacy, and a mom. So she has lots of great ideas to share. Welcome, Marty. It's awesome to have you here. Okay, here's our first question. Alyssa from Colorado wants to know, where can I get an idea for a story?
So ideas come from all over the place. The little random odd thoughts that you have that maybe you would even be ashamed to say to other people, but that's okay, because that's why when you write, you don't have to necessarily share it with everybody. So ideas come from all around. And when I know it is an idea that I can write about is when the characters start feeling like people in my head. Like if I would be like, oh no, she wouldn't do that, then I'm like, okay, that's telling me, okay, this is becoming more than just an idea. It's becoming real in my head, which is it sort of has to feel real in my head for me to be able to write it.
I love hearing about how your ideas turn into characters. Our next question is from Rachel in Omaha. What are the first steps I should take once I have an idea for a story?
Okay, so there's this thing that writers say, and you'll sound very cool and be very in the know if you use these two terms, and they are plotter and pantser, which is very silly, but this is actually what grown-up professional writers say, plotters and pantsers. So plotters are people who sit down and really decide basically every single step of the story. They know every single thing that's going to happen in the story before they sit down to write it. And pantsers are the opposite. They either know like, oh, here's a cool magic thing, or here's a cool person that I want to write about. And they sit down and they sort of tell the story to themselves as they're going. And so then they're flying by the seat of their pants, hence the term pantser.
I like those terms a lot. Our next question is from Kate in Boston. She asks, what should I do to make my writing better?
So you have to write, which I know sounds really flat and like not a fun answer at all, or like that it doesn't sound like a secret, but truly the secret is that you have to write. And I bet that there's a bunch of people that you know or who you've met or heard of who describe themselves as writers, and they're like, I'm a writer. And then like if you ask them, what did you write today? They might freeze and not be able to answer because they maybe didn't write today. So writers write. So the biggest thing is that you have to write. The secondary thing underneath the writing is that for me, my actual secret thing is that I write things that I have no intention for anybody else to ever read. Like every single thing you write doesn't have to be for an audience. It doesn't have to be for your teacher or your parents or your best friend or anybody else, even if they're not that good. Don't worry about it. Your better words will come after your okay-ish words. It's good.
This is such awesome advice. Okay, this last one's for me. So you wrote the Rebel Girls fiction books, Secret Society of Rebel Girls. Can you tell us about that world?
In the world, there is a really cool mailbox. It actually looks really janky, honestly. It's like kind of dilapidated, it's crooked, but there's beauty in it, in the mailbox. It's cool. But where if you put a letter in the mailbox, along with a keystone, then the mailbox will send your letter off to any woman in history, like exactly where she is in history, and she can send you a letter back. It's like a little folding of space-time, like where it's like you're over here and Cleopatra's over here, but for a second you touched and it could cross over, which I just think is like so cool. And I'm very nerdy and love sci-fi fantasy things.
That sounds so cool. I've read the first book already, and I can't wait to read the next one. You've given me so many new ideas to try to make my own writing better. This has been super helpful, Marty. Thank you so much. And for those who haven't checked them out yet, you can order Secret Society of Rebel Girls, Nina and the Mysterious Mailbox, and the sequel, Nina and the Keeper of the Keystone, anywhere you get your books. That's all for this episode of Dial a Friend with Marti Dumas. Tune in next time and stay rebel.